How to save more money. 8 proven strategies to help you spend less each month. Everyone knows the key to any successful financial plan is earning more than you spend each month. This is called your monthly surplus. And how do you increase your monthly surplus? Simple, either earn more or spend less. In this video, I will explain 8 ways you can spend less each month and help boost your savings. Hi, I'm Adam Walkham, a financial planner, entrepreneur and author of Plan for Happy. I have built a very successful financial planning business helping my clients take the worry out of achieving a successful retirement, and now I want to help you do the same. Spending less sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? I've been helping my clients do this for more than 10 years, and I'm going to help you in this video with 8 of the strategies that have been tried and tested and proven to work. Strategy number 1. Cut up the credit cards and ask your bank to remove your overdraft. Goodbye credit cards, goodbye overdraft, hello new responsible you. The extra interest both credit cards and overdrafts incur is simply money down the drain. If you run a £5,000 credit card balance more or less permanently, you are paying potentially over £1,000 per year every year in interest alone. That's £1,000 that could have been put into an investment that can grow for you in the future. In the cold light of day, that's not really very sensible. More particularly, how do you expect to fulfill that long-term dream when you're wasting money on that scale? Just get rid of them. Number 2, remove old direct debits. This is a great habit to get into every 6 months or so. Go through all the direct debits on your bank account statement. Are they still relevant? Do you still need them? Many businesses find the online subscription model very profitable, and the reason for this is that people either forget they've signed up to that subscription or never get around to cancelling it. Most people will have at least 1 or 2 that won't stand up to the "do I still need this" test. Do you need all 3 of Disney+, Netflix and Amazon Prime? Do you have any old gym memberships? I would be ruthless here, because if you cancel something and find that you miss it, you can always re-sign. It doesn't have to be a big decision. We use things for a while, then when they don't become useful anymore, we move on. As Mary Kondo, the queen of decluttering, says, give thanks and say goodbye. Also, do you want a bonus? When you get to the end of each month, calculate how much you have saved, then automate that so that that amount gets sent to one of your savings pots. You won't even notice the money's going. Number 3, time to change utility supplier. The supply of gas and electricity in the UK is subject to some interesting practices, which suppliers get away with because of customer inertia. If you don't change your supplier from time to time, you will almost certainly find that your monthly direct debit has increased to the point where you are running a credit balance with your supplier. Instead of a usual practice where the supplier provides goods to you, in this case gas or electricity supplies, and then charges you for it, suppliers are actually charging you in advance. This is good business for them because you are acting as their bank. The money you have stored with them in the form of credit balances means that they can reduce the amount they borrow from their bankers and therefore cut their own interest payments. Good for them, but not so good for you. Get online, see what your balances are and find a new supplier, ideally one with a 4 or 5-star rating from the Citizens Advice Bureau. It's painless because your new supplier will handle the whole act of the transfer from the existing one. One of my clients recently cut his expenditure on gas and electricity by nearly £460 a year. That's better in your pocket than the utilities. Number 4, it's not just power companies. Think phones, broadbands and gyms. A number of these companies rely on a rather strange business model. They want to keep their customers lazy. This means these companies can either slowly increase their prices over time for the same service or keep the same cost but not pass on their more competitive rates they give to new customers. Mobile phone companies are a classic example. Remember when it actually used to cost money to make a phone call? It doesn't anymore, yet a number of people still operate and more importantly pay for in that world where they assume they should be paying for calls. And many mobile phone companies rely on this because people's expectations haven't changed. As an example, I recently switched off a phone contract, which had been redundant for about 2 years, to a new contract that cost me £10 per month. I hadn't previously moved because I was used to paying £30 per month for a phone, and that felt like it was the right amount. Once you start looking around, you'll be amazed at what you can find. The other factor that you can use with these companies is they will throw discounts at you to keep you. Again, simply because you're being active and have researched the other options out there. If you call to say you're leaving, you have a very high chance of being offered a much better deal to stay. It's worth a try, and it nearly works for any company where you are paying a monthly subscription price. Number 5, do you change your insurance each year? Have a look at your car, house and contents insurance, because that's another business that exploits long-term customers. An increase of 5% per year soon mounts up to a considerable extra sum of money. And when you're looking for a new insurer, don't restrict your search to the websites that claim to find you the best deal. They will only recommend an insurer who pays them to do so. Some of the best insurers, Direct Line and the NFU are obvious examples, don't pay those fees and will therefore never be recommended on portal sites. But the deal they offer may be the best you can get, so find the time to go to their website and ask. Number 6, check your employer benefits. If you work for a large employer, chances are they will have an employee benefits page on the intranet. Many companies are happy to sign up to these and offer staff a discount because they see it as free advertising. Great, use it. Log on and take a look at the different offers available. As is always the case with these things, not all the discounts will be relevant to you, but sometimes you'll find some really good deals. Childcare options, healthcare plans, electrical goods, all of those tend to be commonly featured. I remember regularly using the 15% off car hire deal when I was with my old employer. Take a look and see if your employer has a page like this. Number 7, claim all your tax reliefs. Do you work from home at all? You can claim tax relief for part of the household bills. Give money to charity? You can claim on that too. Depending on your situation, having an accountant do your tax return may make financial sense. To work out whether you should use an accountant, the calculation is actually fairly easy. Does the accountant find more in tax relief than his or her fees are? If so, great, use them. Then you will also have the option of using their calculations and reliefs they find for you the following year, if the numbers are still relevant, and then potentially submit the return yourself, saving their fees. Just don't tell the accountant I told you to do it. Number 8, ask for a discount. Asking for a discount tends to work on larger purchases, where the salesperson has been given some flexibility in the price to make the sale. However, it can also work on other purchases that you may not have considered, things like gym memberships and car hire. Anywhere where there is a person involved can work. You just have to ask, but there are ways of asking that increase your chances. Former FBI negotiator Chris Voss has a great strategy on how to ask for discounts. He calls it using the Chris method. The theory is simply to humanize yourself. Most salespeople generally have a small amount they are able to discount any price by. Our job as consumers is to use it. As this is a human interaction, it's also amazing, yet when we think about it, not very surprising, how successful you can be simply by being friendly and nice. Nobody wants to deal with someone who is unpleasant. Everybody is just doing their job and looking for a good human interaction. Next time you're buying something, go ahead and ask for a discount, but do it with a cheeky smile. Say, "My name is Adam. Can I get the Adam discount?" Watch for the reaction or smile or a laugh, as that is a good sign that it may work. Give it a try. Well, that's it. 8 tried and tested ways to help you spend less money each month. Give them a try. Let me know how you go in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe to get more helpful videos like this in your feed. Speak to you next time.